At least they got some Bob Ross for us.
Good morning, folks, and happy Tuesday. You know, I can't lie to y'all. I still kind of feel like dog shit this morning. But it is what it is. We got to go do this MRI, and we got to go lift some weights. And we'll see how we feel after that. If we still feel like dog shit, we may have to take the afternoon off. If we don't, we will push through, persevere, and get better today than we were yesterday. We're most likely going to do the part of pushing through and persevering and trying to get better today than we were yesterday. You know, I looked outside. We still got like a blanket of clouds, but there's no snow in sight. I think these folks overreacted. That's traditionally what Georgia does, though. But let's go get some breakfast in us and get to this MRI, folks. I think we may just be getting a little bit of a sinus infection, or we're coming down with a cold, or the flu, because my body does hurt. But, yeah, our sinuses are clogged to hell, folks. Clogged to hell. Oh, I hate being sick. And I'm also not particularly happy about having to do this MRI. Like, I don't really shove myself into tight places, and I guess I kind of do in jiu-jitsu, but you can always tap during that. And I'm not a big fan of needles. And I really don't go to loud places for a reason. So, shit. All three things are weighing against me. I mean, I know we'll survive, but my mind is really goofy. I'm like, what if I have a piece of metal in me that I don't know about and it just rips out of my skin? I gotta stop thinking like that. I think of like sometimes the worst outcomes that could happen instead of just like the best outcome that could happen. Oh, breakfast eaten, coffee ingested. Let's go face the, it's not a fear. It's not a fear. Let's go face the unknown. Let's go face the unknown. Because I'm not scared. I just don't want to do it. So, let's go do it and get it over with. But I think, my friends, we may be just a little bit late. Well, we have made it to the imaging place. Let's get in here and get rid of this irrational fears we have. Sometimes I'm very irrational. That's the word I was looking for this morning. Irrational. We are irrational. Let's go lay in this tight-ass tube and hear... I think they play Staying Alive, but still. Maybe we'll take a nap. Save me.
At least they got some Bob Ross for us.
These fuckers lied to me. They told me it was going to be 15 minutes. Then I get here, and I was talking to the person who does the MRIs, and he was like, yeah, no, this is going to take a solid hour. You got one of them that's going to take 45 minutes. Then you have another that'll take 30 minutes. And well, we made it, but that tube, goodness gracious, it is tight. There's not much space for you to get comfy at all, but we made it through it. I got some irrational fears, like literally some irrational fears, because there's nothing. If you'll ever have to get an MRI, just know there's nothing to be afraid of. It's literally just a bunch of knocking, and honestly, I just took me a big old fat nap. Now we've got to figure out how to re-energize ourselves to go knock out this lift, but yeah, it was honestly kind of a nice nap. I mean, if you think of it as just white noises, it's not half bad. You just drift off into a good old sleep. Well, the worst part about it is, as soon as I'd fall asleep, bro would come back in and wake me up. Like, damn, let me sleep, bro. Let me just sleep. So, I would say my MRI experience was not half bad. Not half bad at all. Let's see if we can energize ourselves up enough to go knock out this lift. I can't lie. Laying on that machine though, laying on that bed, whatever you table, whatever you want to call it, that shit hurt my back. Like, my back is killing now, but we're good. We're good. We will, be fine. We'll get warm and knock out this lift and then go on home and see where the rest of the day takes us. Well, folks, we have made it to the gym, and all my coffee except for that one little sip that I took when we were walking out is all gone. So this will be an uncaffeinated lift. I guess it's not uncaffeinated, but I mean, we are waking up and driving straight there with one sip of coffee and then walking in and knocking out this lift. So I guess you could call it an uncaffeinated lift. Let me tell you, that was like one of the best naps I've ever had in my life. Like literally one of the best naps I've had in my life. It was much needed, I guess. But I guess let's get in here and knock out this lift and persevere, push through, because we are definitely still fatigued. There's a repo truck coming through here. I'm trying to see if I can watch him repo someone. That'd be fun. I think he's about to do it. I think he's about to put that shit in the... No, he's just driving off. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he found the vehicle he wanted. I don't think he found the vehicle he wanted. Oh, well. Let's go knock out this lift. Go get stronger today than we were yesterday. I guess we'll have to move through it a bit slower than we'd like because, well, my back is freaking killing me. Like, literally killing me. Oh, maybe he did find the vehicle he wanted. I have no idea what he's doing. I don't know. I'm trying to stay here and get a little bit of lizard lick towing action. A little bit of entertainment before a lift. Let's go in here and lift. Let's stop procrastinating. Procrastinating is like my middle name. Procrastination. They call me Procrastination Parker. Let's go lift, folks. Oh, shit. He found him. He found him. He's taking it. Folks, pay your bills. I feel bad for homie, though. He's going to be leaving his lift to no vehicle. Damn. And there goes Bro's car. Poor guy. Pay your bills, folks. Pay your bills. Well, look at that. We got a good nap during the MRI, and we got a nice form of entertainment. I was really hoping Bro would walk out while he was getting his car repoed. We could have gotten the lizard lick towing experience. We did not get that, but we at least got to see it picked up and driven away. So let's get in here and knock out this lift. Lift complete, and it may not just be sinuses we are dealing with. It may be a little bit more. I have no idea what it is. Halfway through our lift, about, I would say the fourth exercise, I go to start, and I was like, oh shit, something don't feel right. Then my mouth started salivating, and then I threw up. I made it to the bathroom, but we did throw up. So we went back, finished our workout. I wouldn't say it was a great workout, but damn it, it was a workout, and we got it done. Now we're gonna go home, get us some lunch on us, and probably take a little nap, see if that'll make us feel better. If we wake up and we still feel like dog shit, well, we may have to skip. We got 2 people who are getting ready to fight this weekend, so I don't want to get them sick. But shit, I knew something was up. I started warming up, and I felt like I did last night at jiu-jitsu. I just could not get warm. Just couldn't get warm. And I pushed through, and I persevered, and then I went to lay down the weight, and I go, oh shit, something don't feel. And then I took off to the restroom and threw up. I'm feeling a bit nauseous right now, but we are good. We at least got through the workout, as much of it as we could. We had to skip one exercise because, well, every one of the cables were taken up, and I wasn't in the mood for waiting. So we went ahead and skipped it, and now we are headed home. Nauseous as hell. I don't know if it was from laying around today, from like being inside the MRI and laying there all day or what, but shit. I know it's not, because when we had finished breakfast and we started walking outside this morning, I thought it may have been like a little bit of anxiety we had, but like it felt like the left side of my stomach was like someone was stabbing me in the stomach. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's flu. I don't know if it's cold. We don't feel bad enough to just lay down, but we do feel like our body does not feel normal. So I don't know if it's because we keep going and it is fighting it off or what. I don't know. I have no idea. Guess we're gonna find out after this nap ski. Well, folks, we have made it home, and I was gonna come home and make some lunch and take a nap, but now that we're home, I ain't got much of an appetite. I may just hit the hay and take a nap and see how we feel before practice. But I don't know. We may make some lunch. We may not. Let's get inside and see if anything is calling our name. So I indeed chose the nap over the snack. And let me tell you, that nap was great. I think we may be dealing with a little bit of sleep deprivation on top of a little bit of overtraining, on top of a little bit of getting sick. But I feel great now. I'm ready to go get better today than I was yesterday. I think I need one of those days where you sleep until you can't sleep no more. I think that may do it for me. But in the meantime, let's go get better today than we were yesterday. Well, shit. This is all I get. All this working it up that it's gonna snow, it's gonna snow, and this is what we get. You can't even call this snow. This is like the lightest dusting ever. But I guess let's travel through our not-so-winter wasteland and go get better today than we were yesterday. Well, I guess I'm glad I'm not going that way. I mean, shit. Let me just tell you, folks, these Georgians, they definitely overreact about the snow. Maybe it's just my time in Colorado where we got snow every day and, well, it didn't stop us from getting on the road. You know how many times I drove in a damn blizzard? A lot. Sheesh. But I guess we're gonna get up here and we're gonna leave practice a little bit early so that we can make sure JB gets home safe. I mean, everyone's saying that the roads are bad. I haven't seen one damn piece of ice on the road. I haven't seen one goddamn snowflake, but hey, snowflakes will be snowflakes. Well, shit, folks, we are here 30 minutes early because, well, there was absolutely zero traffic. We just made it here in 30 flippin' minutes. I have never done that one before. I guess everyone is headed away from Atlanta, and I am headed towards it. Going into the belly of the storm is what we did. So, let's get in here and get better today than we were yesterday, folks. Folks, we got some amazing MMA rounds in, but, JB is working in the local area now, and she is a little stressed out about the ice and the snow. So I told her I would take the rest of the night off and go meet up with her and make sure that she gets home safely. So I guess let's go find out where the hell she is and meet up with her and make sure that we follow each other home so that we can both get home safely so that we can live another day to work and train again. So with that being said, let's go find her. Found her. Stop at a little place to get something to eat since, well, we usually get home at like 11, 12 at night. And we haven't had a chance to sit down and eat and just enjoy some food together in a long time. So I figured we'd call it a date night. So let's run in here, grab a bite to eat, and then follow her butt home. She was looking on old Facebook and she found out that all the roads going into our town are iced up. They weren't iced up when I left, but maybe they are now. So I guess it's a good thing that I left to follow her home because she is in the Mustang, so she doesn't have great traction. That joker already slides all over the road. So to make sure that she's safe, we'll take the night off. Earlier today, I was feeling like dog shit. Now the only thing that hurts is my wrist, and I don't know what I did to it. So I don't know. Maybe we just needed that rest. I definitely feel much better now than I did earlier, and when I was walking into the gym, felt much better than I did earlier. So I don't know. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what could have caused it, because while our stomach is still hurting, nothing else is. Our bodies aren't sore. Nothing else is sore. Our cardio was a little lackluster today, but I wasn't gasping for air, so guess we can't call it lackluster. But let's get in here and grab a bite to eat and then see if we can get home safely. Well, I guess we won't be eating here because supposedly they're closing early tonight. So let's find something else to eat. Maybe the night off will rejuvenate me. Maybe I was feeling a bit burnt out. I don't believe in that burnout stuff, but maybe so, because I'm like getting the jitters. Like, I feel so, I don't know how to explain it. I really want to drive back to the gym and finish working out, but it is what it is. We'll get better tomorrow than we were today. We did get better today than we were yesterday, but not in all avenues like we had been. But it's okay. It really is. It's not the end of the world. Sleep deprivation and overworking definitely can be a real thing. So, yeah, I guess this night off may be a fine and dandy thing. But I don't know. I don't really like taking days off. People will catch up to you if you take days off. So, let's go find somewhere else to eat, folks. Well, shit, option 2 was also closed. Damn. That blows. And now I'm getting hungry because we didn't eat no lunch. And my stomach's starting to hurt again. I feel like I'm about to throw up. But it is what it is. Let's see if we can find somewhere else to go eat. I just want to sit down and hear about JB's first day at the new hospital. Like, goodness gracious. Why can I not find a place to sit down and eat? We left so early too. Like, so early. Now I'm feeling like my freaking night was wasted. I mean, it's not wasted. We definitely got better today than we were yesterday. We got a little bit of work in, but it is annoying. Like, annoying as hell. Let's see if we can find somewhere else. Well, after 2 tries, let's try this place. And if it doesn't let me, well, we are going to just go with the awful freaking waffle. Because goodness gracious, I'm tired of searching for food. I'm hungry. My tummy doesn't feel great. And we skipped practice to go get food. So, let's hope that this place will let us. Somewhere let us finally eat. As always, our favorite burger bar came in clutch. Let's get home because now I'm regretting this dinner out because it is late as hell and we're just going to be getting home at the same time as we always do. But technically, we'll be getting into bed earlier than we traditionally do after showering and doing everything we have to do. Because, well, we don't have to eat when we get home. So we can literally get home, shower, and get in the bed. So, that's pretty nice. Let's make sure that we can at least get into the town. Because, well, JB showed me what she was talking about. And, yeah, the roads are pretty iced over. So, wish us luck. I will see y'all when we get home. I will say I can't wait to get home and shower. We changed our underwear after practice. But our balls are sweating. Sweating up a storm, folks. Sweating up a storm. I need to get home and shower like ASAP. Like a freaking sap, folks. You have no idea. And we are home, folks. Holy shit. JB drives like an old freaking lady. Like literally like an old lady. Goodness gracious. But, you know, today was very, very, very much needed. I got to do a lot of deep thinking about myself. And I realized one thing. That I have a lot of irrational fears. Like, a lot of irrational fears. You know, I started making these videos to hopefully get someone closer to fitness. And then we went on this journey of the exciting life of a fighter. Why? I have no idea whatsoever. I guess it's just what the good Lord was telling me to do. Hey, go and tell people your freaking story. And I guess I make these videos to tell you there's no need to fear. There's no need to fear when you have the good Lord on your side. I was that kid who was afraid of the dark. Who was afraid of everything. I was afraid of my freaking own shadow, folks. Like, you have no idea. I still deal with a lot of fears, hence the MRI today. Very irrational. They didn't tell me that it was going to be an hour and a half. They told me it was going to be 15 minutes. I was cool with 15 minutes. I wasn't cool with an hour and a half. I wouldn't say I'm claustrophobic. I would say that I don't put myself in small places. But I guess we're not claustrophobic because we made through it just fine. And they even put like a Hannibal Lecter mask on me where I was really stuck. I couldn't move. Folks, there's no need to fear. You have the good Lord on your side. That's one thing I will tell y'all right now. There's no need to fear. There's really not. Something I saw today on Instagram. There's a change that's coming through America. There's a change that's going through the world right now. Bible sales are up through the roof. You know how amazing that is? You know how eye-opening, how inspiring that is? There's no need to fear. There's no need to feel lost. Like, we make these videos to show you that there's ups and there's downs in life. There's ups and there's downs in the life of a fighter. Why did we start this journey of a fighter? Because I was a WWE fan and my mom's best friend sat down and showed me a UFC fight, and I remember, I was like, this is a real fight? They're like, yeah. I was like, that's what I want to do when I'll get older. I was in 3rd grade. In 5th grade, I remember doing this map. What are you going to be when you get older? And I put UFC fighter on it. In 6th grade, my brother died. In 7th grade, 8th grade, one or the other, I started training. I went through a lot of struggles in high school. I was a pretty decent wrestler. I wouldn't say I was the best. I was a mediocre wrestler, honestly. But I got an opportunity to go and wrestle in college. Why? I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. I said a prayer. I was like, get me out of this 9-to-5 hole that I'm in right now. I'm hating this job, and I'm back into the same situation that I was in high school that I worked so dang hard to get out of. That same night, I got home and I got a phone call from a college coach. He said, hey, I got some money for you. I went to college, and I continued to go down the same path because the only place that I knew to find friends was through drugs and alcohol. I found those friends that I needed, honestly. We're on a journey together now. And I kept getting into fights. It wasn't like 1 or 2 fights. It was like a lot of fights. A lot of them. Like, folks, I should either be 6 feet under or behind bars right now. But by the grace of God, I'm not. Then we started our MMA career. And we took our first fight with Bryce Mitchell's freaking protege, a 16-0 pancreation fighter. No fear in my sight. No fear in my mind. We got beaten less than a minute via elbows. It is what it is. I shot a great single leg. I took him down. In Tennessee, you could throw in Mississippi, we could throw 12 to 6 elbows. And I got elbowed out. You can only take so many shots as an amateur. Then we started winning fights. Then we got a title shot. Then I got this idea in the back of my head. Why do I deserve this title? What did you do to get this title? And, we won fights. We won a few fights, and we won them pretty decisively. Like, one of them I won in a 30-second arm bar. I got a really tough time of giving myself credit sometimes. I still, to this day, I still tell myself, why did you get that title fight? And we should have beat that guy. He was a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and we took him down in less than 10 seconds, honestly. We lifted him up, dropped him on his head. We were beating the shit out of him. Then we got caught in an arm bar, and it is what it is. I tried to Rampage Jackson myself out of it. It didn't work, and, now we're on this journey of a losing streak. We're going to come out of it. I promise you. I promise you. Folks, we got another fight lined up, April 19th, and we went back to studying our opponent, and I don't think there's any way that he can beat us. There's no way. We already beat him in a jiu-jitsu competition, so how can he beat us in a fight? I know a fight's a little bit different than a jiu-jitsu competition, but 2 MMA fighters grappling, it traditionally goes very aggressively, a lot of pushing and pulling, and a whole lot of no jiu-jitsu being done. We beat him in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Something like that. I don't know. Y'all saw the video. But, you know, when I sat down for dinner tonight, Lose Yourself came on. And I just literally got shot back to all those losses that we had. Like, I went through all of them. I don't know what the hell happened. I guess you could call it a flashback. I looked at JB and I was like, you know, this sport takes more out of you than it gives you. And she was like, yeah, it does. But then I had to remember, why the hell did we start this? Why did we start this? Well, because we had that dream as a child. And then our brother died, and we needed something to fill that hole and that grievance. And then we said a prayer, and we ended up as a college athlete. And then we started training, and everywhere we went, people were like, dude, you're the next thing. And I never believed it. But for once in my life, I'm believing it. I believe, folks. I have faith. I genuinely think that 90% of my issues are up here. I mean, it is a mental sport more than it is anything else. And, you know, I put up the cage one time with Forrest Griffin, and he's like, dude, I was sitting there talking to him, and I was like, is there one thing that you could tell me, one tip that you could give me in fighting? He's like, sometimes fighting is not mostly about the skills, the punches, and the kicks. He's like, dude, I was not a great fighter when I first started. He's like, but then I became Ultimate Fighting Champion. He said that it was the last chance that I had to be something. And I made something of it. And all I can really say is it's mental over anything else. And, you know, today I really got to dig deep into my mental. You don't think that I had to dig deep into that mental when I'm laying there in a machine listening to white noises all for a solid hour and a half. We went back to our meditation days, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. It soothed that soul. And we got some intuitive thoughts during it, like, what the hell are you scared of, dude? What are you scared of? Every day you're scared of something. Every freaking day you wake up and you're scared of something. Hell, your brother died from no idea. I forget what the word is called, but they don't know why he died. You don't think that strikes fear into my heart? Every day that I wake up, could be my last day, and that could be anyone's last day. So why live your life in fear? Get up and do what you have to do. And sometimes it's just really hard. It is. I do what I have to do. But I think the day in and day out training, I forget sometimes that, hey, you got to work up here sometimes. You got to think of that. You got to worry about that up there. It's not always about what you can do with these. It's what you can do with this. And that's what we're going to work on this fight camp. That's what we've been working on. That's why we've been competing. We got to work on that competition mindset. And from the first competition to last weekend's competition, there was no nerves going into last weekend's competition. I was back being the goofball I am, talking during my matches, doing what I need to do during my matches, listening to the coaches, losing focus, yes, but doing what I have to do. And I need to give myself a bit of credit sometimes that, hey, dude, you're the shit. It's hard to balance being humble and being confident, because those two don't go hand in hand. I've said that before. They really do not go hand in hand, but they can. It's just it's a slippery slope. You don't want to fall back into the person you once were, who was arrogant and egotistical and no one could teach them anything. But you also want to be confident. Know that you can do this. Know that you can make it through it. So I guess the moral of the story is I do this to show y'all. There's someone who's struggling with addiction. You can make it through. There's someone struggling with depression. You can make it through. There's someone struggling with whatever it may be. I promise you, you can make it through. Because, you know, we've kind of solidified our lives to having one option in life. We have to make it to the UFC. That's what we've given ourselves. We have no other option in life. It's either be a failure or be champion. And I have definitely forgotten that. from being a quote-unquote gym superstar and all-star to being the coach of students, to being a mentor to some. I lose that. Sometimes I believe that, if there's other options in life. There's not other options, brother. There's not. You've literally solidified your life to either being a failure or being a champion, and those are your only two options. You can either be a failure or you can be a freaking champion. And that's what I've really had to remember sometimes, because that's what I've forgotten in my life recently. So there is no other option for you, Billy Goat. There isn't. You've tried other options. You've tried the 9 to 5. It's never worked out for you. Maybe now it would, but probably not. Someone will probably tell you they don't like what you did. They'll probably smart off to you, and then it'll be all over. I mean, I remember delivering pizzas, and goodness gracious, I had forgotten a 2-liter on a trip to go deliver a pizza. Granted, you're not supposed to forget things, but I forgot something, and the manager came and running out to me when I had made it back, yelling and screaming at me, even though I was turning back around to pick up the 2-liter. I was going to get another order and just drop the 2-liter off at the person's house. Granted, I wouldn't want that happening to me, but things happen, mistakes happen. And he was yelling and screaming at me. He threw the 2-liter at me and pointing and poking me in the chest, and then I lost my cool. We got into a physical altercation, and the rest is history. I never went back and tried to get another 9 to 5. That wasn't the only 9 to 5 I had. There was multiple 9 to 5s I had, but that was the one where I was like, you know what? I guess working is just not for me. And then I found something that was for me. Teaching people to get in shape. I love doing that, and I never traditionally fail at it. I never do. People always end up hitting their goals when they work with me. Granted, I've spent my whole life learning about the human body and trying to get the human body into shape and getting into peak performance. But I have literally given myself two options, my bad. Either fail or become champion. And I don't think that's the way you should live your life. You should obviously give yourself more options in life, but I haven't really. So we better figure out this mental thing, or else we're going to end up being that failure. And that's damn sure not what I want to be. You know, I didn't think I would be writing a Rocky story, but I thought we'd be writing that same story as Conor McGregor. A few amateur fights, few local fights, and then we're in the UFC. But that is not the case. We are writing that story of Rocky, the one who never gave up, the one who kept chasing that passion, all because he didn't want to be a failure. So, with that being said, folks, I guess the moral of what I was saying was, don't give up on yourself. Don't do it. You got more in you. If I got more in me, the guy who failed at delivering pizzas, you got more in you. I'm telling you that right now, folks. But let's get inside and scrub down our freaking balls, since they're sweating up a storm and my phone keeps overheating because I keep yapping. Let's get inside. Let's call it a night, and just know that as long as you're willing to endure and not give up on yourself, good things will come. I promise you. Be a good person. Work hard. Give every day everything you've got. And good things will happen. I know they will. I have faith. The good Lord is with us all. Like I said, there's a great awakening coming to not just America, but the world. I mean, you see it. Bible sales are up through the roof. So all I can say is keep going, folks. Good night. BillyGoat loves you.